grow, still can't stop it.
What is up? I am Crypto Mason, and welcome back to the Crypto Mason YouTube channel. Shout out to the Gold Squad. We look for gold in every single aspect of our lives, and we always find it. Now today, we are back for another daily market update. We've got just so much stuff today. Charles Hoskinson is making more waves on Twitter. He actually replied to one of my comments about Hbar. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about XRP, Bored Ape Yacht Club, and Yuga Labs potentially being looked into by the SEC. We got a ton of stuff. We're going to expose ISO20022 even further, and let's go. So make sure before you do anything to go and enter the $250 giveaway that me and Megan are doing. This thing's at over 2,000 likes and 2,000 retweets. And take a look at how close the retweets are to the likes. Like, you guys are really entering that, and that shows me that you really want to win because you're actually following all of the requirements. You have 1 day. So tomorrow we will draw the winner from that. So you have 1 day left. Also, make sure you sign up for Binance with the link in the description. Get trading on Binance. You can make a lot of money. There's bots, there's staking, there's trading, there's futures if you really want to play that game. But get on there and sign up. So let's get into the actual market update. $922 billion on the market cap, has not moved. Bitcoin, 19,100, has not moved. Where do I think Bitcoin is going? Nowhere. In the short term, absolutely nowhere. Maybe down further is all I could think of, because there's really no bullish news at all or bullish catalyst to bring that up. Ethereum is at just hovering right below 1,300. And taking a scroll through here, it's a pretty dang boring market. Hedera is standing out a little bit. If we go to the top gainers, we still see Huobi. Something must be coming for Huobi, or something must have been announced. Other than About Capital acquiring Huobi and Justin Sun being the leader of that. He's a big player in that now. Terra and Convex. I don't know how Convex is pumping with the DeFi hacks that have happened. We're going to talk about that. 4 DeFi hacks happened in 1 day yesterday. And then we have Hedera standing out a little bit. We did have like a 10% pump of Hedera. Now we're going to talk about why that might be happening in a second here. We're also going to get into a ton of stuff today, so make sure you're watching until the end. Taking a look at the total crypto market cap, this number's always skewed a little bit. It's at 885 billion right now, which is not really accurate. I don't know what it's removing, but the point remains is that it's still in this box of support right here, just literally chilling in that box of support. And I'm waiting for the next test of this because I will be selling some stuff, right? It's very clear. Look, I have it circled. I probably said this in a past video. When it pumps up to here, that 1.2 trillion, you know it's going to come right back down because there's nothing bullish about this market right now at all. But when it does pump back up there, because it will, I'm going to be taking profits on some of the stuff that I'm buying here, okay? Look, this is very simple. This blue rectangle box right there is where you should be accumulating if you want to make short-term swing trades. By that, or short to medium-term swing trades. Because if we look, like if you would have bought here, that's Wednesday, July 13, 2022, and you would have had to wait until August 14. You would have been holding the bag until August 14 until that whole market rose back up, and then you would have been able to sell your bags. So some more on like the proper crypto mindset. This is from Altcoin Daily. He says that they say, there's two twins on Altcoin Daily. They say that the same people calling us dumb today will be the same people calling us lucky in the future. I absolutely love this, how simply that is put. They probably tweet this every 7 months because that's just such a good tweet. And that's a little content creator tip. You can go and use your old content and recycle it and put a spin on it and put it out for the new followers that you've gained, and they won't notice. And other people will just be like, yep, he's preaching the same message. So they definitely tweet this out like every quarter, probably. However, this is an amazing message right there. That's how you have to be thinking. Everyone calling you dumb for buying XRP, dumb for buying Hbar, dumb for buying Algorand or Quant, just laugh at them, because they will be calling you lucky when you tell them that when you tell them your entry price that you got into when Quant is $1,000, Hbar is like $4. You know that they'll be calling you lucky when you tell them your entry price. So here are the 4 hacks that happened in one day. 115 million stolen from DeFi protocols. This is from the Defiant. So four different DeFi protocols. Rabby.io, Rabby Swap, got hacked for around 200K. We got Paraswap, found like a vulnerability in their code. And then Temple DAO got hacked for 2.3 million. And then the largest one was Mango Markets, which got hacked for 112 million. And imagine having to like tweet about this, man. Like Mango Markets was just drained for over $100 million. So I don't really care how any of this happened, to be honest. It's just the classic DeFi hack. Like they remove the money from the treasury and all this stuff. But damn, this is pretty crazy. I am sorry to anybody affected by those. Let's get into the Hbar talk today. So if we zoom out on the 4-hour chart, what are these green candles happening? Like something's really going on right there. We're actually moving finally to the upside. Now, obviously, we're not going to get past like, that 7 cents. There's a ton of like selling pressure on Hbar, I feel like, of people bailing out of it. But this big resistance right here with 6 cents and 6.5 cents is gonna be hard to break through. And if we do break through it, I just see us going to 7.5 and coming back down. So is the Coinbase pump happening right now? Because I reminded you all on Twitter yesterday, Hbar will be on Coinbase this month. It was supposed to be on Coinbase already. However, they had problems and they're launching it in the middle of October now. Okay, middle of October now. So that they kept it pretty vague, right? Probably due to regulations. Coinbase actually can't say which date they're launching it on. That's probably part of the new thing that the SEC wants them to do, is not say the date, so that it doesn't look like they're pumping the coins that they launch. But this thing is launching, and this might be the lead up, right? Obviously, it's going to dump on the coin when it's actually on Coinbase. Right after it's on Coinbase, it's probably going to dump. There might be a new little volume spike, and then we pump up a little bit. And that's why I say, if this is not the Coinbase pump already, right? Because what does October have? October has 31 days, right? So I'm assuming in a few days here, we'll see Hbar getting on Coinbase. So this might be the lead up pump right now. If it's not, I do see it going up to 7 cents and ricocheting off 7 cents from the Coinbase hype. The social engagement, or like the social growth and just hype around Hbar will be crazy leading up to Coinbase. Here is an interesting thing that happened yesterday. I said on Twitter, I wonder if Charles Hoskinson has updated thoughts on Hedera now that it is open source. So we know that Hedera has literally went open source, and one of like the gripes that Charles Hoskinson, the creator of Cardano, had with Hbar and Hedera was that it was open source and there were patents. Okay, it was open source and there was patents. And he actually replied on Twitter and he said, if it's patent free and open source, then I'll take a look at it. And this is exactly what he said in all of those hating videos on Hedera. He said, okay, wait until it's patent free and open source, and then he'll look. So he won't even like look at the technology. He's willingly ignorant towards the technology until it's open source and not patented, right? He won't even look. He doesn't care if it, remember what he said? He doesn't care if it can cure cancer, etc. He doesn't care until it's open source. And that is a very stubborn and kind of immature mindset to have. However, he is a founder of his own project, which is highly decentralized and highly like not sold their soul. Whereas Hedera, in my opinion, is like, they're welcoming in the big corporations and like the evil corporations like Google. They're welcoming them in and they're helping them get in. So as a founder, I can see where he's coming from when he does choose to be ignorant towards what Hedera is doing, just because he's the creator Cardano, right? And we have Christian Hasker. We have everybody in the Hbar community backing each other up on this. And here's like Christian Hasker's showing the Apache 2 license, showing how it's all open source and everything. Hbar's patents expire, so I can't wait to see if we do see some warmth coming from Charles towards Hedera in the future, because Hbar and Cardano would work perfectly as communities, like together. It would be dope, and I'm willing to see that unite. That would be fun. A little bit more on Charles and ISO20022. By the way, for any idiots who think there's a proper way, I saw a TikTok of some guy saying that these influencers don't know what they're talking about because they mispronounce ISO20022. They mispronounce it. So they don't, like, nobody knows the actual how you're supposed to say this stupid number, right? Is it 20,022 or what is it? But here's a clip from Charles Hoskinson where I'm going to mute my mic. This is a 30-second clip of him talking about, is Cardano ISO 20022 compliant? Let's see what he says right here. This is back in March.
Charles, is Cardano ISO 222 compliant? I've seen this come up a lot. Sharia compliance and 222 compliance. I have a small group of people looking into the certification standards for 222. And I think this is something that we could integrate with a work package from the Cardano Foundation. So we're certainly going to have that discussion. But it would be nice to get that done. I think Algorand is, and a few others are as well.
Algorand is, and a few others are, is what he said. And he has a team working on that certification. So, of course, I don't know if he's like... it's a weird clip, right? And then we can go and look at the Wikipedia, right? We're the only ones on YouTube that I've ever seen cover this. If somebody else has covered this, show me, because I think we're the only ones that have ever covered this Wikipedia and the manipulation that's going on with this Wikipedia. So if we go back to May, right? January, February, March, April, May. So after he said this, on one of his streams, it looks like somebody added Cardano into the Wikipedia to be included in ISO 20022. And here's the version of that Wikipedia page from May 19 of 2021. You can see Cardano's literally right there. So somebody added that. Algorand is there. XDC is there. Ripple's there. I like all these weird companies. OMGEO, Swift, and Visa. But then... what is that? June 22 of 2021. So basically like a couple days later or a couple weeks later, somebody removed Cardano, from the organizations participating in ISO 20022. Algorand is still there. XDC is still there. Ripple's still there. It's still the same. They just removed Cardano. And you guys can go through this whole history of this Wikipedia page and see stuff removed, right? Added and removed. People manipulating what Wikipedia says. The reality is, though, let's talk about the actual reality about ISO 20022. So this is a long Twitter thread right here. And this guy says, diversify within the ISO coins. This guy says there's no such thing as ISO coins. And then he corrects himself, ISO compliant coins. There's no such thing as an ISO compliant crypto. He's right. This guy's correct. There's no such thing as an ISO compliant crypto. This guy says yes, there is, and he shows a Google search of another company that's misunderstanding ISO as well. Then this Tiffany girl says a bunch of bullshit that doesn't make sense, really. Well, it kind of makes sense, but it's just it's weird what she's saying. And then we go down and we actually run into the actual director of engineering at Ripple, and he's clarifying what's up. He says ISO 20022 is a messaging standard and XRP is a digital asset. XRP is as ISO 20022 compliant as Bitcoin, pork bellies, baseball cards, and vinyl records. That is to say, not at all. XRP is not at all ISO20022 compliant. Some of Ripple's commercial software has ISO support, but that is unrelated to XRP or the XRP ledger, right? Then this guy like says, well, do you mean XRP cannot be used? And then he says, no, check your reading comprehension, blah, blah, blah. He's roasting him. So the real director of engineering at Ripple is telling you that XRP is not ISO compliant. It's some stuff that Ripple has, their commercial software, that is. Who cares? I don't even care that Ripple has, like, the fact that matters is that Ripple does have stuff that's supported, ISO supported. They're preparing for the future, and eventually whatever, XRP can be used through that. But this is a huge misconception, and I used to be brainwashed by this. I used to actually think that a cryptocurrency, a digital asset, can be ISO compliant. It's more of the protocol and the messaging if it's compliant, right? So that is a pretty crazy tweet from the director of engineering at Ripple. Let's get into a little bit about Chainlink right here. We'll save that Bored Ape stuff for the ending of the video. Chainlink, I tweeted out, sometimes I'm just sitting thinking, and then I remember Chainlink is literally partnered with everyone. And a bunch of people are like, is this good or bad? What are you talking about? Exactly, they accept partners from anyone and everyone, LOL, that isn't a good thing. What are you talking about, dude? Like, this is like, I just cannot handle comments anymore, bro. Chainlink has 1,500 projects in its ecosystem. $6.18 trillion through Chainlink in 2022, cumulative. 15 integrations with layer 2s and blockchains. 4, like, just absurd stats right here. Absurd stats, right? You know, and look at this. Said, oh my goodness. Like, if this guy's trying to say price should follow network growth, why doesn't the price look like this? Like, just salty people about the price. Obviously, it's a good thing that Chainlink is uniting and partnering with everybody in the space. Like, why is that bad? How could that ever be looked at as bad? I do not get it, right? They're providing their services to 1,500 plus projects. That's called a leader, a market leader. They're the leader of this. And look at this thread. I'm just scrolling through this. I'll leave the link to this. We don't have time to go over a 54 tweet thread. However, this is a great thread on why this is actually bullish. It's a mega thread. I'd love to do a video just covering this thread. That would be dope. So let's get into Quant, another thing that's uniting everything. Take a look at this graph. This is like absurd because we see Quant in the middle and we see all these lines coming off of it, right? Now, I cannot verify the source of this graph. I do think it was from a community member, so you have to take it with a grain of salt. Look at like how it's kind of belittling the other networks like Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP, Hyperledger. It's putting them under Quant, right? It's very mind-blowing when you look at where these connections are actually going out to, these little lines, right? Stellar way over there, Constellation, Apple Pay. Like, it can literally connect all of this. It's just a matter of landing those partners and convincing those partners what's happening. So moving on, second last thing, we have Ripple CEO expects an answer in the SEC case by the first half of 2023. So there you go. First half of 2023, Garlinghouse expects an answer on the, he actually said first or second quarter. So this is all, anybody who says they know when the lawsuit is ending, even Brad Garlinghouse, I'm like, no, stop saying it, because you've been saying it for a very long time. You've been saying settlement, it's coming. Just put your head down, work, build something in the crypto space, accumulate XRP, and just wait, because there's nobody who knows what the hell is going on with this and when it's going to come. The last thing we have is the Bored Ape SEC situation. Bored Ape floor price 74.2. Seems like a lot of people actually trying to offload their apes, like 74.2, 74.2, 75, 76. Like a lot of people selling right there for under 80 ETH, right? I don't know if that's unique to Bored Ape Yacht Club. It's very hard to like, there's no graph of the price necessarily because there's like 2 sales a day, right? And most of them are wash trading to just keep the volume up. Like, look, 6 sales, 3 sales, 4, like all they need is 1 sale to add like, you know, 80 ETH volume. They just need 1 sale and they go up 74 ETH volume. So what do I think of the SEC going into this? I mean, they're not gonna, I don't think they'll deem it a security. If they do, it'll be bad for all of the entire NFT space. Also, we had Elio Trades. Let me go to his Twitter quickly. Elio Trades came out and said that he spoke to the leading, arguably the leading securities lawyer in the country. The Yuga headline appears to be a massive nothing burger. They are incredibly well insulated against securities laws. Other side Twitter hack is a clear psyop to spook you. Today is a case study in manipulation. Like, and then he's getting absolutely roasted in the comments, like slaughtered, right? Bored Ape Yacht Club copium, stay in your lane. You pretty much have to say this since imposters is probably a similar case. Your projects are a case study in manipulation, just getting slaughtered. And he is replying, so it's you know, when an influencer like this is replying, it's hitting them in their feels, or it's hitting in the right spot for them to reply, right? But obviously he probably holds a lot of Bored Apes. I know JRNY Club is a huge Bored Ape Yacht Club holder, so they might actually just be coming out and, you know, pushing this out to defend against this. We never actually know until like real people take action, like the SEC. Once they actually say something about this, we'll know what's happening. But for right now, it's just a apparent investigation into Bored Ape Yacht Club. So that is all we've got for today's video. I love every single one of you. Make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe, join the Gold Squad Discord, and goodbye.